we're live, huh? Incoherent thoughts.
But we're still the Fortnite 4. That's what we decided.
We are the Fortnite 5, I'm pretty sure, right?
I don't think so.
This is our first live video podcast.
It's already on.
Is it not a podcast where there's a video involved?
No, because you can still put it up. You can still put a podcast
It's still
up.
video podcast.
Yeah.
It's a video podcast.
There's podcast with video, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the podcast.
It's making me nervous, though. I'm just saying that.
I'm just not going to
My heart beats faster than it should be, and I smell toast, and my arm's getting numb.
Those are the signs.
Should I be concerned? See how I'm adjusting? See how adjusting I've already been?
Every time I've ever smelled toast, I've thought, like, this could be it. Like, I'm not in.
Is that a sign?
That's a sign.
Yeah, that's a thing. That's a
Smell
thing.
toast, and you're like you get all tingly in your arm.
Your left arm, I heard that.
Left arm.
Yeah, left arm.
Why is it your left arm?
That's just
Something
more
about the...
connected to your heart or something.
what's this guy called? The aorta? The aorta. Going off to the left.
The Orta podcast.
See, I do smell toast, though.
Well, you're on your way out. Like I've seen how you eat. Your eating habits are bad.
Okay. Well,
He eats salads. At least he has a salad.
He has a salad.
I have seen
like
salad.
the
He's eaten
entire
a
box of
salad.
fruit snacks.
Maybe one salad.
One salad my whole life.
I ate just a box of fruit next. No salad.
So welcome to Incoherent Thoughts. Charles is the dick lick of the day. And welcome to the new year.
Oh, thank God.
You won't be seeing Charles next time either, so let's see how that goes.
He's out 4x4.
So let me go around the room. But it's not a round anymore, it's a straight thing. It's the whole thing's throwing me off.
It's like we're sitting at the bar. Should I have got beers?
We're not the man show.
I'm kind of into the beer situation.
Great.
But because of the right podcast, we always had beer.
Yeah, but by the end of it, it's like, hey, shoo-be-doo-be, ba-da-da-da.
Yep.
Nobody wants that. Everybody wants to be a cat. You know, people are going to get it.
Nobody wants any of this.
I want out immediately.
Far worse. So we got Napoleon. Down here.
Yeah!
I don't even have to do this anymore, right? Because people can see it.
They can see me.
Right?
You don't-
Well, I think the
You
initial
don't
point...
ever have to do that.
All right. Well, he's got a cool, cool
Point
robes. Cool. That's a cool shirt.
That's a
War
fun.
Machine.
I think that's the best shirt we've had so far. I'm glad it's our first video shirt.
That's a good shirt.
Rest of us suck.
It was very hard saving this shirt
Yeah.
for like a week, you know, while Christmas happened. Like Sam gave it to me and I was just like, I wanted to live in it. He's got me 9 others too. I'm like excited to wear.
If anybody was
Really? We have to see those.
If anybody had been anticipating video, like, hey, what's that jacket that Rob's always wearing that we're talking about? That's not it. He didn't wear it. So
Nicer jacket.
He didn't wear the jacket.
He didn't wear the
Is it a
jacket.
nicer
So
jacket? I don't, the other one was way cooler.
It was a cooler
It's
jacket.
cooler, maybe.
It was more.
This one's way more comfy, though.
Yeah, he went for the comfort over the style.
but did you have?
When we're doing video.
Well, because...
But did you feel like we had to like fucking climb Mount Everest to get that one? Because the other one felt like I've made deals with people on the black market.
We're still paying those
like,
deals off.
there's people after me. That's all I'm trying to say. Tom's wearing a black shirt, long sleeve. I'm wearing long
It's
sleeve
not
too,
black at all.
but it's going up.
What do you mean it's not black at all?
Isn't it like maroon? Like dark maroon?
It's got like
It's
some
a black
maroon
maroon. It has a
stitching.
maroony tint.
It's
I
got
don't like how
tints.
see-through it is.
I kind of like how Caesar it is.
You can't really tell on the video that I'm seeing, but
Well, okay, I guess it's black.
you can tell you can tell in person. It's got a red tint.
I thought it was maroon.
All right, well that's great.
Your paint showing through.
Well, it's the new year. Today is actually January 1st. That's
Yeah.
exciting, huh? Is that exciting?
Yes, it's very
yeah.
exciting because
Yeah.
New Year
16
and
can go fuck
A lot
itself.
of people dying.
A lot of people died.
We might talk about Westworld. Tom's going to give his review on Assassin's Creed. He's the only person who went to go see it. Only one dumb enough.
Jealous.
We for sure are going to talk about...
I mean, it sucked. Yeah, I heard.
Spoilers.
We're going to talk about those 48 seconds of Ronda Rousey in her life.
Coach got to go.
Coach has got to go.
There
Coach
we
has
go.
got to go. And that's all I have written down, so that's stressful.
We started early.
We just started.
Not the start.
We were writing things down and we just started. It was a problem. But I think we should start with Westworld.
Finally start with Westworld.
Yeah.
Westworld.
I was like, I'll just have my phone ready to do any research so we can. And I just realized it's busy. Phone is occupied.
Agapado.
Well, Naps is the only person that was like most recently post, I believe. So
Of Westworld.
yeah, why don't you give your take on it?
My take, it was good. I liked it a lot. Very twisty and turny. I didn't like being last being post because obviously I talked to you and Rossi. It's weird not being able to talk in a circle here.
It's so weird.
Honestly,
I don't know where to look. Am I doing
maybe
him or is
It's, remember when we talked?
this is the worst thing ever. I've been looking at Rob in the camera the whole time.
So we're looking at Rob too.
He seems uncomfortable too the whole time. He's like,
He's the only one without a comfortable seat.
I'm supposed to say yes right into the situation.
I can't like not stop looking at that Mickey. It's like
I haven't
legitimately
even
like,
seen the Mickey. Now that's all I see.
On the kitchen back there?
that's not a kitchen, is it? Oh, it's a little kitchen. Okay.
Yeah, it sucks. In the kitchen.
So yeah, like, cause everyone's like, oh, do you know what's going on? Where are you at? What's happening? Twists, turns, and then I told Rossi, like, you know, like I seen that there's like I thought it was just a filming jump at first when I seen it. Lawrence's hair, what's his El Lazo? Yeah.
Yeah.
I told him I saw that his hair changes. You know, he's got
funny.
old thinning hair, and then he's got younger black hair throughout the first few episodes that I'm watching, and then and Ross is like, that's a weird thing to notice. Yeah, just hurry up and finish the show.
Yeah, I didn't want to like tell him.
Oh,
he had noticed something I never would have noticed in my life, and he was all like, he's like, yeah, that guy. He goes, I mean, I like the show, but there's clearly flaws. I mean, the actor's hair keeps changing, and I'm like, oh well, you know, it might have something to do with something.
Did he make it obvious that it like did he make it obvious that you're like there was gonna be a twist involved with that, or
He didn't. His silence, because of
I panicked.
because of how we talk. It meant that it was something. And then
Yeah.
I had pointed out to Sam when I seen it, so now I had to bite my tongue when talking to Sam, like, oh, this might be a thing. And like then, yeah.
Did you figure out what was going on before they revealed it?
Just before.
Like right before?
Just before. Like, I needed them to finally tell me, so I had confirmation.
That's how I was as well. Like,
That's
it
how
was like maybe a minute
Yeah.
before. I was like, I was actually watching it with Tom and Rob at the time, and I had to pause it, and I was like, oh, as if I got something big, and I was like, the Man in Black and what's his name? William. They've never had a scene together, have they? And they're like, oh, I don't know. You know, so so that way it was actually cool. But everybody I've talked to, they've all said that it had already been spoiled for them, like from like people's predictions or whatever. And for some reason, I didn't read anything. I just watched the show. I didn't read anything on anything. So like I didn't even know when I first started watching the show that it was going to be so unpredictable.
Right.
I thought it was just going to be about a show about robots like switching over and killing.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was going to be so. I didn't realize like until like maybe episode 5. I was like, God, I really need to start like really paying attention to what's happening with the show because I've come to realize I have no fucking clue what's happening. I'm enjoying it, but I have zero clue what's happening.
Yeah, because you gave me the rundown of the old movie, and so I was thinking a more straightforward story. And this is like writers so talented, just so creative to do something like that.
Yeah. That's good. Tom?
Yeah.
Tom?
I sadly got it spoiled for me because I'm like the type of person that like once I'm into something, I always want to like look at reviews or kind of like so I got to listen to podcasts of like, ooh, they recap that episode and what sometimes they say things in the episode that I didn't catch kind of thing. But the first thing you type in with Westworld was like, Man in Black is William theory? Question mark. And just like, oh. And
I mean, I wasn't even on that at all.
Yeah.
Until, you know, they must have said something that, like, all of a sudden, because probably at the same time it clicked for you, probably clicked for me or something, something was said, and all of a sudden you're like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't even thinking 2 timelines. Like, it was so weird.
I wasn't either. And then, like, immediately, then I clicked the thing, and it was just so, like, from their theory, it was just so, like, oh, it's 100% fact that he's the Man in Black.
Well, that's what's funny, because I did go back and looked a little bit at stuff, and it's like, oh, okay, once you know that, then stuff is very obvious.
Yeah.
The exact time I thought it was 2 timelines was when Dolores got to the river, and she sees, like, her body there, and it's supposedly, like, the first time she's been there. I was like, so she's been this far before. And then I started thinking, but, like, so is she there alone now? What's going on? I was like, that's when I started thinking 2 timelines, because it wasn't as easily as repetitive as, like, the in-town stuff was that far, how far out she had gotten.
It was the photo part, when they found the photo, or when Logan gave William the photo, like, oh, this is your wife, and I was like, oh. But I still didn't even, like, put it together enough, like an idiot. Like, now I was like, how did you not, like, okay, clearly. But at that point, I was like, well, why does he have the photo? That's weird. That's the photo. I was like, it's the photo. It's like, but, like, later on, I was like, they fucking basically wrote it on a piece of paper and said, like, timeline, 2. They fucking showed it to me. But I was too stupid to pick up on it.
Yeah, they made a lot of, like, obvious things like that. Like, just the fact that when he first showed up to Westworld, and he goes in, there's just like, you can pick your outfits, and one of them's, like, completely white, and then the next one's, like, completely black. He's, like, standing in the center, like, oh, I'll do this, like... It just, like, that kind of stuff was like, oh, he's good right now, but he's probably going to turn evil.
Well, I remember you mentioned, too, like, now, I'm not sure you ever really would have picked up on it anyways, but hands are flying. Like, the Westworld symbol was different, so when William gets there, the symbol's, like, a way older-looking symbol than the new one.
So
But, like, when you're watching it, when you're watching it, you're not... looking for something.
Yeah, well, exactly. So that's like where it made it like completely 100% for me. Was like the theory when he's showing up when he first gets there. It's like, ooh, see, the logo used to be this old Westworld one, and you see that logo whenever they're having like Arnold flashbacks. Like people in the labs have that one, and it's just like, see, it's from like, oh shit, it's from the past. Okay. And then, like, his knife, the one that he had, was, like, the same knife that the Man in Black...
Everybody keeps talking about the knife. I didn't even, like, pay attention
I didn't pay attention to that, but...
But the knife is, like, the big one. Everyone's like, oh, the knife! I saw the knife! I'm like, does he have a knife? Forget that he even had a knife.
I thought it was just a generic knife.
It
Like, it's like, okay, here's an outfit, here's a knife.
Right, yeah.
Everybody could have the same fucking knife, for all I know.
That's how I would have set up a world where everyone gets to play cowboy. It's your generic cowboy knife.
Okay. Now, I was confused a little bit at the end. I understood the show until Rob kind of, like, broke it down more.
Oh.
I really started understanding it a lot more. So let's recap a little bit of, like, actually what happened at the end, right? Because it's been a while now. So, now Bernard is a robot.
Yes.
But he is modeled after...
Arnold.
Yes.
Right? Arnold killed himself in a way, right? He had Dolores kill him with the idea that Dolores should have become like more fully self-aware when she did that.
Yeah, basically, when he made the robots, he was trying to make them have a full conscious entity. So that's the whole point of the maze. Like, he was trying to make them be, like, conscious, like, think for themselves. So when they get to the center of the maze, that's when they're able to fully, like you and I can think. So when he realized they were kind of human, like, he's like, we can't do this to these robots, you know, subjugate them to murder and, you know, being raped and all that. And so he killed himself because he didn't want to be a part of the park. And I can't remember what, I think it's Ford, right? Ford's the other guy. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
He's gonna open the park anyway, and so the whole kind of finale was over the like 30 years or whatever that the park's been open. He felt guilty, like he realized that Arnold was right, that they shouldn't have done that, and so he kind of had them. I guess the way they were trying to explain it is that they were learning all about how the humans were interacting with them, so they would know their enemy, I guess, because he was going to set them loose on the humans, and that's like why he waited so long to like enact his final plan to kind of make them all go rogue.
Wait, he
Okay. That's
he,
one way.
That's
he
what I
had
took
them
from it.
he had them get subjected to all the stuff so they could revolt against humans.
That's what he said.
Well, because there's like the memory thing too. Because they all actually had memory stored in them too, but they just didn't. They weren't like able to access the memories.
Well, if he
But
said
the humans wouldn't be doing this to them if it wasn't for his park.
I know it's one of those like kind of stupid. He had a change of heart, but he's the one who like invited them to do it, so it's weird. But he says to Bernard in the finale that because he specifically asked him like why you waited 30 years to change your mind, kind of thing, and he says like so you can get to know your enemy or something like that. I don't know the exact quote. I mean, it's been a while since I watched it, but it's in there.
Yeah, I thought that it took so long for them, more and more of them to get to that stage of recollection. But maybe I should watch that last episode again real closer.
It might have been too because he knew they were pushing him out.
Mm-hmm.
The whole story with the other woman and the head
Right.
writer. So he's probably like, well, they're going to take over and kind of take my vision away from me, like.
But the idea is that he set the entire thing in motion, right?
Yeah, he was.
Yes.
There was never like they kind of tried to make you think that maybe like Arnold was still alive in the park somewhere, but really he was the one who set all the events in motion. He was the one who rewrote Maeve. He was the one who rewrote Bernard. He did all the things.
I thought that was a good twist, though. I really liked that part where like. Even though I found her character like a little bit annoying, Maeve, for some reason, but I love that part where they're like you're not like fully aware, like you're still completely on the plan that is supposed to be happening here.
Yeah,
And I thought that was really cool. Like like she is still.
Well, but that's so
That
weird.
was a surprise.
That was a surprise.
Yeah, that's gotta be a weird thing where it's like, no, I know I need to get out of here, but it's just because I'm being told it's weird. So did Baby Hemsworth get killed? Is that confirmed?
It's not confirmed.
I don't think Baby Hemsworth.
They left all their fates like up in the air.
Not the girl though.
I mean, he does have a memory of killing her, I guess.
What was the purpose of that again? Like when she went down there, what did she find? She found that the other girl, I don't know any of their names, the one that was sleeping with Bernard, she found out that she was doing something. What was she doing?
They were trying to get Ford out.
She was sending intel
Yeah,
about like the park and the robots and stuff to the other company. I'm not sure why Ford had to kill her.
Not the other company,
their own
parent company.
Yeah, I guess the board.
They just had to get Ford's intel.
Yeah.
Or Ford's.
Yeah, but why would Ford?
Check out.
Why would Ford kill her in that situation?
Because she.
This is the problem with reviewing this show like weeks later.
Well, yeah.
It was like fresh in my mind, and now I don't remember.
I think it's one of those things too. Like the thing I liked about Westworld was it was by kind of this. It was similar to Lost, but it was Lost with like answers, which I've said before in the podcast. But they have to leave some stuff like kind of open, like the motives, like why he did it. I don't think they really explained why they had him kill.
Do you think Ford's dead?
No, I think he's a host, 100%. I think that him getting shot at the end was a host Ford, 100%.
And that was supposed to be like, well, as soon as that happens, and it's like, oh, she's fully supposed to be the same thing, right?
Yeah,
Once she had the gun and she was going to shoot, wasn't she? She was already there, right?
Yeah.
I don't know why they had to. I don't know what the point of her killing him was. If he just wanted to go out the same way Arnold went out. I don't know. Or he's a host and he just wanted them to think he's dead. So he doesn't get like implicated in the murders and stuff like that. I don't know. But it's definitely... There's definitely stuff to look forward to in season 2 when that comes in 2018, which is...
2018?
Yeah.
We have to wait a whole year for that one?
We're not getting to this year.
Wow.
By the way, is Baby Hemsworth even a Baby Hemsworth? He looks older.
I just call him man.
This the security guy, right?
I
The
think
one
he's
who's-
the older. I think he's the
He's the
older.
only one that I really felt like was totally left open. I was like, because like other people was like, okay, cliffhanger, 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 but him it was like, did they scalp him and he's done? Is he?
I thought he's the only one for me. I thought made it.
He just the
You
last
thought he
time
made it?
we.
I
I
thought
thought he made it.
That's the only one I thought made it
I didn't know he was like killed.
What
I thought
led
he
you to
was
believe he made it?
because they didn't show anything about him.
They didn't show him.
Like you could tell that Bernard killed whatever the lady that
that
he had been
could be a
sleeping
fake
with.
memory, though. I mean, you know,
She's dead.
No, you know
Oh.
she's dead, but like the other one, Elsie, I think her name. is.
Elsie, yeah, I think Elsie's dead as well.
But you don't know for sure.
But I feel like older Hemsworth is alive.
Why is he a Hemsworth at all? Why isn't he security guy?
I don't know because he is a Hemsworth.
He is a Hemsworth.
Oh, he's a Hemsworth.
Yeah, he's Hemsworth.
Oh shit, middle Hemsworth.
I didn't know what else to call
I
him.
think he's big Hemsworth. I think he looks
You think
older.
He's older, but
But the arm off.
Is he?
We'll have to fact check it.
but that was something I was confused about. Was the people that like took him or killed him, like, were those not hosts?
That was the Ghost Tribe.
The Ghost Tribe,
Ghost
but, like,
Nation.
But,
Nation.
but couldn't they not get killed? Like I remember when like
Maybe he's a host.
no, but
It's like everybody's
No,
host.
what's
That's
I
the
feel like
problem.
they're all a host.
Yeah,
That's the
yeah.
problem.
I definitely
with the
thought
show.
the writer dude was gonna end up being a host.
The douchey dude.
Yeah, like I thought that seemed like somebody who was just like, here's your central focus. This is all, and he was very only focused on that. Like
They're probably all hosts, like all of them in the park.
30 years, you can replace everybody.
Yeah. I don't know. It is confusing though. He wasn't able to shoot the. I think they're like supposed to be like Indian.
yeah, it was Teddy. He wasn't able to shoot those ones.
Not Teddy. The security guard.
Oh, he wasn't able to stop him either, right? He tried
Right,
to-
he wasn't able to use his voice.
Oh,
But
yeah,
then did he ever get his gun out?
He has got
Security guy get his gun
Yeah,
out?
I think it was like stop moving or something like that.
And then they just took him before he got shot off.
Why they didn't show? I don't think. I think it just like cut to the next.
Here's another thing.
Yeah, they didn't show
Here's another thing I don't really
I
understand.
think they showed him get tackled.
Oh really?
Yeah.
We should have watched.
Why did Ford need to like change what Teddy was doing? Like, why did Ford like put in like the Wyatt storyline into Teddy's thing?
He explained it like he.
It's too long.
It's
It's been too long.
We should do Stranger Things while we're at it.
Yeah, we should. We
I don't
never.
even remember what happened in that show.
We could.
I'll try to watch that actually,
Um,
and then maybe I can refresh
he
things.
said something like
So Westworld next time.
it was because like Arnold used Teddy to help Dolores out, like in the original shooting when she killed like all those people, or all those hosts, I guess. But so they're like linked. They paired them up, and I think he just used Teddy because Teddy's already like his programming is already to just be loyal to Dolores. So it's just it made most sense for him to be an accomplice, I guess. Even though he wasn't really an accomplice, I don't know why they really needed Teddy. To be
Rob
honest,
cut.
that's a Rob cut.
I like Teddy. I mean, he's fine.
I think everyone likes Teddy. It's-
Teddy was the one that seemed the most like robot.
He was he was definitely like the most robot. He was like down for the cause at all times. I guess that's it for Westworld for now.
What do you think they're gonna do for season 2? Do you think they're actually gonna do like
Or
Samurai
not.
World? Well, I mean, you were ending it, and I was gonna get that point now, so I had to just cut. Yeah.
Are they gonna do
Like they showed Samurai World.
Samurai World?
Is there gonna be
Oh,
continuation of Westworld, or is it gonna be?
I think obviously they're gonna go into something else too. Why else would they have shown that?
Did you see the little bit of post credit with the snake lady?
Ancient China.
I don't
Oh
know.
yeah, where she had like she just
She actually rips her arm
Rips her
off.
arm
She gets
off?
free
yeah.
and continues along her way. More
Yeah.
Terminator-ish.
Yeah. Who gives a shit?
I like her.
Well, it just seemed kind of weird that she didn't go down. They all
I
go.
guess that's
They all
the
go
idea.
down with a little bit of
Yeah, but-
normal amount of damage, and she was T-1000.
Yeah, she was the 1000.
Yeah, you like her. I feel like you didn't like her before.
There could be
Yeah, I feel like we had this conversation before. You were on my side. Now you're like, yeah, I like that scene.
the guy shooting her could be host too. They could all be hosts.
It would make sense for the security team to be host.
Yeah, because why is he hires all these people just to gun him down?
Didn't they say
And he's a
the?
piece of shit.
He's
Why
obviously-
hire anybody
He's
if you're trying to
obviously a
make
piece
money?
of shit, though.
Didn't they say the? Or they said the guys that were working on the hosts like weren't hosts.
I mean, you could just say that though.
Yeah, I mean, Bernard didn't know he wasn't not a host. And then the chick told him he wasn't a host, so maybe like the one guy.
But
Or
she
maybe
could be
she lied.
She could be programmed to say you're not a host.
Yeah.
Well, I think they were just doing that to tell us that hey, not everyone's a host. I think it was like for the
Yeah.
audience, like
They could
because
change it though.
They
we
could
would be
change it.
theorizing. They could. We could be theorizing. It's like, well, he's probably helping her because he's a host secretly, but then I think they're just like, hey, he's not a host.
Was Cold Storage the station that William came in on?
Cold storage.
Oh, I bet it was.
You know, Cold
I bet
Storage,
it
like,
was.
you only really could tell, really, in the first episode, when they go down to Cold Storage, you could tell that it used to be like a...
It used to be a station.
It used to be a station for sure. Or whatever. I remember thinking, like, oh, I wonder if that's going to be, like, that was actually the storage that William actually came in on. That's like the old one.
I'm not sure what you're talking about.
I didn't pick up.
at all.
Where they kept all the naked...
Cold Storage.
No, where they kept all the naked
And that
ones
used to
that
be
just...
what?
It looked like a station. It looked like the station where the subway comes in that drops you off before you go to costume change.
Oh,
I never noticed
I never
Because there's like a globe, a big
Yeah.
abandoned globe, and then there's like all that water's running, but there's like a staircase, and there you can see the train.
Oh,
That makes a lot of sense. Because when I was watching, I originally just thought it was like an homage to the original movie, but then it makes more sense within the story that it's like the original subway, and now they've upgraded to the more
Yeah, that's what I thought.
modern
That's,
one.
no, I didn't think of anything would do with timelines, but when I first saw the episode, I was like, oh, like Cold Storage, like they're just using like old facilities they obviously used when they first started. I remember thinking that. So it probably is. It's probably supposed to be. Anything else on Westworld before I move on?
You just blew my mind. I have to go watch it. I have to watch the whole series.
You have to watch Westworld again.
The whole thing.
Well, okay. Well, next time maybe we'll get Charles' take. I won't be here.
Does that milk seem very alien-like to you? Like when the guy was pouring the milk? I just thought that was like an homage to Alien.
I'm still
And
not
it's not-
convinced they're not on a spaceship.
I don't think we're ever getting off Westworld.
Oh. How crazy would that be? That would be...
I
They
mean,
were in
you never
space.
see the real world.
You never see the real world.
And you can tell that facility's huge.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It would make sense, to travel to a space station.
That'd be
or something.
cool.
Where the fuck
I'd be
is this
automatically in.
What? So why would there
I mean,
be a
I'm already
subway
in.
though?
Because it's a large ass space
The
station
board
with
members.
several worlds.
No, it
There's
doesn't
a
make sense
samurai
because
world.
remember when like
You
when
move from station
when
to
Logan
station.
or William are there, they're like the way they talk, they're clearly like have like live in the real world.
Yeah, but the real world
Yeah,
would be
but
like...
they could live on Blade Runner planet.
Yeah, exactly.
And then they go to a satellite station.
Dun, 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 dun,
Yeah.
Definitely try and get away from Blade
dun,
Runner world.
dun, 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 dun,
When
dun.
he
Yeah.
started showing me it,
Yeah, we could talk.
I thought like that they like Westworld was like some sort of like digital, like they got transferred into it because like you're just watching that big map, you see the
Yeah.
train. I was like, oh, so you get transported there, and that's why you can kill things. It's like virtual. But no,
That would make sense with how they put people back together too so well.
that's what I thought. For the longest time, I was like, oh, Westworld is like this thing, and then I was like, wait, they put them like they blow their heads off and they put them back together like the night of. Like I don't understand.
Maybe
Well, it's 3D printing. It's
Well,
kind
no,
of
but,
it
like,
probably depends on like the damage too. I'm sure like maybe they don't get rotated in as fast.
But like, when do they get rotated in, and when is your time up?
Because
I
that
guess?
was the other thing is like they said Scarface when he
Who?
the bank robber or the whorehouse bank robber.
Yeah.
The safety Scarface.
Xerxes.
Xerxes, yeah.
Names would be good, huh? Paulo?
Quaid?
Paulo?
Hector?
Hector?
Actor.
Scarface.
Paulo, yeah.
The guy
It's
who
like,
was...
acknowledge it or just like leave it out being
Yeah.
dry, like just get
The one
roll.
in charge of the gang with Snake Lady.
Right.
Okay.
Who was with,
Thanks,
who helped
huh?
him escape.
Who helped him escape?
Yes, that's
okay.
Hector.
So he, in the initial thing, like they say they programmed him to go into town a few weeks early.
Mm-hmm.
So like if he dies and his story like is supposed to go like a couple weeks, then they have like a couple weeks to repair him. So they probably have like a couple weeks on everybody.
Yeah, no, okay. A couple
Yeah, they
weeks,
never
I
really
guess,
explained enough of like what the rotation, like,
Yeah,
like,
they
how it
don't.
really works. Like obviously Teddy's on like a 24-hour loop. Like, he's on that fucking train every day.
He's-
Down.
He looks like a
When he wakes up. Down.
looking so optimistic out the window, like today's gonna be a good one.
And he bumps into that fucking guy. I love that part, by the way, when he shot that.
Oh, it was great.
That was good.
He bumped into him like fucking for 12 episodes. He bumps into him finally, just like go down, you big fuck. I guess that was something people were supposed to catch on too. The same thing when William and Logan got there. Like Logan bumped into that big guy, and that means like Teddy was not even there
In
yet.
the
He wasn't
rotation.
even like invented yet, or he was repurposed somewhere else at the time. Didn't pick up on it.
Oh, that's why we should probably rewatch it just to like kind of see
Yeah.
everything again. Good thing we have a year.
I saw that, but I thought that meant that big guy was just like on a 12-hour rotation. Like he's always bumping into
Yeah, he's
somebody.
just on the
Looking,
piece of
like
shit
if he
rotation.
doesn't get somebody, he circles back around. Come on, someone hit me!
It's like his fucking thing.
That's his thing.
It's kind of stupid that Teddy bumps into him every day.
Like the
Like,
guy-
he's not supposed to shoot him.
Like, yeah, like the guy who's supposed to like coerce you into a treasure hunt. Like,
Yeah.
it's just always just like looking for a reason.
God, I would have fell into that so quick.
I know.
I'd have been out there. Yeah, let's go get that treasure because I didn't really want to kill anybody.
Yeah, right.
I'm not sure I want to venture out like that far. That seems shitty.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So like when he captures like Lawrence or like the Man in Black and just captures him and just like has him for like nights and nights of camping trips, it's just like at what point are they like, hey, we need him to bump into that guy tomorrow?
Well, I think that's the thing. Like hosts can change like the path like
Yeah.
at any time, but there's like a loop they stick. That's the only thing that they, like. It doesn't really matter, but they don't like. They didn't dive into that much detail and that type of stuff. They kind of leave
Because
it.
it doesn't really matter. It's just like.
But it feels
whatever.
like but you want to know a little bit, but
Yeah.
right? 'Cause it's a little confusing. Which is maybe they don't. I think they don't tell you for misdirection as well.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah,
'Cause if
definitely.
you would know, you pick up on stuff more. Because like it's confusing as fuck. And,
Well, it's just you just want to know when they're showing up in their like Monsters Inc. quarantine like suits. You know what I mean? It's like is someone not in the park when they're doing that?
well, because
Does it matter?
I didn't pick up on this. Like I mean, I knew it was the same girl. Because remember the girl shows up with Teddy and the Wyatt storyline. The girl that like had when William first got there, she was like a host. She just was like, "Oh, come in here." Like,
Oh yeah.
I'm basically the first person who's supposed to bang you. Like that was like, see, like all her job
It's
was.
like straight up. Yeah.
And then she's like later on, she's in like with Teddy at the
in the future.
in the future. But like I didn't pick up on those different story, like different timelines. It was like, oh, I guess she got repurposed already in my head, which is like
Yeah.
again, you're like idiot. Like, can they write it down anymore for you? But
Well, when you're watching it, it's not thinking that they're going to be doing two different timelines. You kind of just don't have your mind there because you think you're all in the same timeline. You know what I mean?
and then also, can they all become self-aware, or just like the ones that Arnold had? Like, because I thought that was a big thing for a while. Because I kept thinking like, oh,
Arnold had to have his fingers in that. I don't think he. Made
I thought it was like the first generation of hosts.
Probably.
Because remember that one point they're like, oh, there's like 12 Arnold hosts still in the park, and it was Maeve and
Was Teddy one of them?
Yeah.
No,
You're
Teddy's-
right. There
Teddy's
was a
not.
list. There was a list. in-
Teddy's not
yeah,
one of
yeah,
them.
that they showed.
Well, remember when she has that flashback, and they're like out there dancing, and like you could tell it's like the first like
Yeah, the trial run.
the
and
trial
they start-
run.
they
Someone
start
walking by like,
walking
oh,
away.
good dancing, Maeve. So she's there, and then you see the blonde chick.
Is
Right.
Lawrence one?
I think Lawrence is supposed to be one. I think maybe.
I don't know.
What about that kid? Lawrence's kid.
Well, I don't
She seems to
understand
know-
because Lawrence
she
has
seems
been
to
there
know
from the
everything.
beginning.
Yeah,
So,
I think Lawrence's kid is one too, because I think it's
Yeah,
like
Lawrence's kid is
why
definitely
those ones have more information on the.
And they know the maze.
Why do they know the maze?
Well, because they're supposed to know the maze. They're
Yeah.
supposed to. It's supposed to be in their head to find it,
To
All of
figure
them?
it
so that
out.
they can figure out that the voice in their
Or
head
or
isn't
certain
Arnold. It should be
ones
theirs.
or certain ones.
I think Arnold put it in all of those ones, all of the originals.
But does that mean the snake chick was one? What kind of information did the snake chick have for William? Man in Black, really? But remember he had to like see her, then he had to like break the Hector out to get the story behind the missing piece of her tattoo, which somehow gave him information.
I forgot what any of that meant.
Yeah,
I know what you're talking about, but I forgot.
I know it was a point. Like, he had to go get her.
It was the thing.
He had to find out about the tattoo.
I feel like she wasn't an original
He
host.
told her
she
about
wasn't
that.
the original host.
I feel like she is just because she's become so important.
She
Like,
doesn't
so
seem
she
And
T1000.
she went to
Does she seem originally hosty though? The tattoo.
No, not at the
I
time.
don't know who seems original hosty though. Like,
Well,
I feel just like the main character to be the original host.
What about that poor son of a bitch that got scalped?
I think
Does
he's
he-
Yeah,
he's
right.
original?
I think he
Why
was
did he
a-
have the maze on his
Wait,
head?
that-
Why did he have that there?
I think they all have it.
You think they all have it?
Yeah.
Why did he pick that poor son?
Why did he need him alive?
Yeah.
I don't know.
that was one of the roughest scenes for me.
That's a
'cause
rough
was like,
scene.
it was like, oh my god,
That guy never
let
came
him
back.
go.
Just kill him and then cut it off. Yeah,
They never rebuilt him either.
What I think's funny too
I
is
thought
like,
he goes out after that.
He's out.
I guess they knew, huh? So like everybody working there probably knew who the Man in Black was, huh?
Yeah. Oh yeah, they did. Yeah.
So I
Well,
kept-
not everyone. Like probably just people who were on need.
But I kept thinking like, God, like I understand like you can do whatever you want.
Well, no, he's
But if I
not
was
super-
watching, like if I was somebody who was like watching what's going on, I'm like, somebody like fucking stop this guy, he's scalping people. He's going like.
I feel like it's one of those guys because they made it seem like he was super. He's like a big deal out in the world.
Yeah.
Like someone's got to be selling his information on TMZ.
Right.
Like that dude's a freak when he comes to Westworld.
Yeah.
You don't even know.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Right.
Well, they had that
he
scene.
owns Westworld. Like, he's the biggest shareholder
Yeah.
of that company. So, I mean, it's his park really to do whatever he wants.
Still a freak.
I'm not disagreeing.
They had that scene where it was like one of the employees was trying to tell Middle Hemsworth. They were trying to tell
It's
him.
not middle him.
They were trying to tell him like, "Hey, this
I
guy's
don't know what
kind
it
of
is.
being a piece
Oh, right,
of shit."
yeah.
And he's like, "That guy can do whatever
He
he,
can do
wants."
whatever he wants,
And somebody's
yeah.
kind of like, "This guy's kind of. I mean, I know you can do stuff, but what the fuck?"
Oh, where he's like, oh, the guests could do whatever.
Well, he's just like
When
that.
he-
He's like that guy can do whatever he wants.
When he went and got Lawrence, that's when I noticed Lawrence's hair for the first time because they spend the first 5 minutes on his head, and he's like he's shooting guys. It's all off screen because we're just staring at Lawrence's head, and it's like that's when they say like he just took out 30 dudes. Should we send somebody to slow him down? Ah, fuck it. Send him 30 more to kill. He's the man.
Yeah.
Got that cheat code.
And did he kill Logan?
No.
Here's the thing.
He just tied him up naked and got
He
him off
sent
on
him
the-
off naked into the wild on that horse.
and that's it.
But I guess somebody maybe went and got him.
No, yeah.
Does that ruin your experience though? You're like, do you like wake up dehydrated? Like, why'd you get me? This was the best time of my life.
Yeah.
I mean, Logan was kind of a psycho, though. I think, like, somehow Logan probably still gonna.
He was having a good time. I guarantee
still end
you,
up liking
there's
that.
an old Logan in season 2 for sure.
You think so?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so he wasn't killed there. I kind
No,
of pictured
He
this.
wasn't.
So that was the very end. Was
he,
the
he probably liked fucking Freaky Will too much.
Maybe.
Mm.
It just doesn't make sense, like, company-wise, like, why William would be in charge then, if he was still in the picture.
Well, I think-
because Logan didn't want to do no work. He seemed like he didn't want to do work. He
Well,
like,
wasn't that the idea too? Wasn't William always gonna end up being in charge?
and Logan was just there to collect money.
I also see this too, like Logan's the son, right? Of
Mhm.
like the whoever the dad is probably at the time, right?
Yeah.
Logan's obviously a fucking psycho and,
Right.
and an idiot, probably, right? So like usually in those situations, sometimes like that person is looking for like the next actual person. Like I really don't want to give it to my fucking son. He's an idiot. And William was probably like really smart and obviously comes back very aggressive.
Right, but I got the vibe.
And he married in too. Remember?
Yeah. So he's family, but I got the vibe that like Logan was kind of being like, "Hey, it's my company, dude." Like
That's what he was doing, yeah.
Yeah, I mean that was like the spoiled rich kid thing to do, but like
it seems like the other guy's gonna get him out of the picture.
Yeah, it's possible.
yeah,
Kind of that way. I got.
might not off him though. Might just be around.
He seems very psycho.
Psycho. They all seem psycho.
Well, do we got anything more we can just strangle out of it? Like,
I think we're doing a good job of it, though. I
well,
like this
it's
one.
the conversation.
It's a lot of going on.
I was enjoying it. I feel like I can't talk about it.
I feel like a piece of shit now. I really want to get your review on Assassin's Creed.
I do want that.
I feel like he would kill Logan because Logan would tell would tell the fiance or whatever that, like, he's got a thing for this robot and all that stuff, right? Like, he's clearly in love with Dolores.
I bet you his wife is fucking a robot.
I think Logan.
That's how it is in that world. That world, everyone was fucking robots. Like, they were super into it.
I don't think Logan gives a shit.
Okay. Well, that's that for
Because remember Logan came... Damn it. Remember Logan, like, kind of came back, like, all, like, happy with him when he, like, left him in a way?
Yeah, exactly.
He was like, now you're... Like, I think he was probably like, yeah, this sucks, and I'm thinking I'm riding off right now, but, like, William's really become, like, who I wanted him to be.
Yeah.
I guess so.
Right?
I was picking up on him being like, hey, like, you're actually a real piece of shit.
Yeah, I got that vibe too.
What if Logan's a host?
I don't know.
Designed to bring William out.
Oh my god.
For investors.
I can't handle it, but
It's gonna be Battle. Did you ever watch Battlestar Galactica?
No.
I
I didn't.
I can't
I
spoil
wanted
that, but basically, like, it's one of those. It's a similar thing where, like, the whole point of the show is who's a Cylon, because they're like human Cylons.
Yeah.
They're all silent.
They're basically like all Cylons, but like. It's one of those things where it's like, it's like the same thing. Is he a host? Like, is he a Cylon? Like,
He's a Cylon.
Westworld? I mean,
I guess, yeah, Westworld.
we could do Westworld the entire time. I don't care.
I mean, now I totally forgot the Assassin's Creed thing was going to come up, and I kind of want to talk about
I
it.
kind of do want to talk about Blade Runner and Alien too, the new Alien. Just touch on them when we.
Okay. Well, I would like to hear your review on Assassin's Creed.
Okay, so we are all done with Westworld. No other points?
Until we all watch it again.
Yeah. I'm good for now.
So-
I might bring something up in the middle of your Assassin's Creed.
Let's not do that.
I kind of would want to know.
Seems like the lack of black people was an issue.
The sheriff guy was black who gets killed by Hector right away.
Yeah, there was 2 black people.
There was Arnold, there was Maeve.
Yeah,
And the one family of visitors.
yeah, we talking about Arnold, Maeve, and that's all. I should
Choose your next words. It's like, now we hit the quota.
I feel like that's past the quota once. The quota. It's like you get 3 in a Western show. I mean, good lord, you know.
Well, maybe next season they'll fix that.
I don't know, man. Next season. I don't think so. Next season's like Wild China or something.
Oh,
Ancient China.
yeah.
Not Wild China.
They'll probably never touch on that again.
The Samurai.
Yeah, like Samurai World never.
Oh,
show
no
up
way,
again.
dude. They're not touching on it.
Oh, it's Japan.
After, yeah, it's
It's
Japan.
Japan.
It's
Uh,
Japan.
I was really hoping like you didn't like catch that.
Oh, we all got it.
Oh, it's Japan.
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 What were we saying?
Yeah, dude. Then now that they tease that, and then you're like, you want that, you're like, oh, because that's more my, or like, fuck the Westworld. I want to go. I would go to Samurai World. I would go somewhere else.
You ain't getting any black guys.
I'm not
in
going to
Samurai
Westworld.
You ain't getting no black guys in Samurai World.
I wouldn't expect them as much as I would in the West
Somehow-
World. I would expect a lot in Westworld.
Somehow there'll be white guys there though.
Yeah, they'll be the heroes.
Matt Damon.
Matt Damon will
They'll
come
be
walk-
the best samurai.
Matt Damon will come walking out. Yeah.
I would want like a medieval world.
Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise, yeah. The last samurai is white. The best samurai was white. That makes no sense.
Yeah.
Ooh. All right. So Assassin's Creed.
Assassin's Creed.
A movie that nobody wanted to see. Yeah, it sucks we touched it. And the problem is it's on video.
That'll be a fun discussion for the comments.
And now I need to put my arm here and it's weird.
Yeah.
2 arms wrapped around
My
Tom.
arms just going all sorts of places.
Where do you go with that?
I don't know. I'm constantly worried about how I'm sitting.
You got cruise water in the footage.
You've heard so much about it, or maybe you haven't. I don't know.
So
I don't think we mentioned it.
have you
cruise
mentioned
water.
it? Never once.
I've never
Never
mentioned
once
cruise
heard
water.
cruise water.
Well, you know.
well, for a breakout podcast, I guess so.
Yeah, this is not going anywhere.
Well, so Assassin's Creed. You guys all know that I'm not the biggest fan of the game series, so there's that tainted.
Makes it great that you were the one to go watch.
Right?
Yes. I went and saw it, and I cannot believe just how shitty of a movie that was. Honestly, like I wanted to walk out. I never normally want to walk out of movies. but like its story was so just nothing that like it just comes and goes. Like the ending is anticlimactic. Like you're just there and you don't know really what's happening because it's like you get the.
Give us the spoiler deep review.
Yeah,
Like, I need the.
You want me
I
to just like front of.
Yeah, smash this thing.
am never gonna see that movie.
I'm gonna watch the shit out of it on HBO.
That's
Is it gonna be on HBO? You think?
Yeah, fuck it. I'll go to Cinemax, Showtime. I don't give a shit. I got them all.
Okay, so like
That's
Epics.
That's a 17.
That's probably an Epics one.
That's a 17% on Rotten Tomato.
that's good, right?
No,
Could be worse.
Worse than Batman vs Superman.
that's worse than Batman vs.
So first of all, there's I don't know if this has anything to do with the games, but there's a fucking like eagle or something that's always fucking flying around. Like just every scene that opens is an eagle just flying over. Is that in the games?
Yeah, it's all over the game.
All over the
Yeah,
game.
I mean, in a way.
Every time you go to like the vantage point that opens up more map to you, they show an eagle.
Yeah, I remember when he jumped down.
And
It
it shows your it's
Yeah.
like eagle vision is like
Yeah.
one of your superpowers.
He's fucking there. So they hit that quota for eagle.
Homage.
Yeah. So it starts out Fassbender is like a serial killer or something.
What?
That's not accurate.
Or something like he killed like because honestly, dude, I was like fading in and out of like consciousness because of how like much I
Is
didn't
a
care.
serial killer? Is he an assassin?
No, he I think he killed people. This is gonna be a really shitty review. he killed people, so he's on like death row because of it.
This is different. That's
But-
already different.
Jesus.
It's pretty much the same.
What's his name?
Cal something
That's a different guy.
something. But basically, so he's on death row to get killed. But then he has he's on death row. Then he has a flashback of when he was a kid, and you see his mom's like dead. And she's got like a chain, like some little like necklace, and like his dad's like in like an assassin like outfit, like with like the thing, and he like looks over and just like she had to die or something, and the kid's just like what the fuck? Or he's like oh no, he's like now you need to run. It was for the good of the cause, and we need to run. Like get out of here, right? So he grows up like hating his dad because he killed his mom, but basically like the mom, like they're all the assassin bloodline. Is like they're all part of it. So like the mom and the dad were assassins, and so she like killed herself because Templars were coming after her or something.
I don't know. I'm out.
Yeah, so that's what that is. So then he gets the fucking death.
The story in the game's not actually good either. I mean,
It's legitimately just
It
like
is until the fourth.
this is worse, by the way, though.
This is worse.
yeah. No, oh yeah, that's right. The first scene I forgot. Okay, so the first scene is Fassbender is like the past version of him getting his like here's the assassin like he's like becoming an assassin, like they're doing the little ritual and all that stuff. He has to like cut off his ring finger. Is that in the game?
Yeah.
Okay, cuts
It
his
is?
ring finger off.
It's in the first one. You have to cut it, and then after that they improve the blades so that you don't need to cut off lose that finger anymore.
Okay, so they cut that off, and so it's just like he kind of looks at a female assassin that he kind of wants to bang, and then they're just like oh our lives don't matter, it's for the good of the cause, and we have to protect this apple. And I said that really horribly.
Remember the apple thing?
The apple's a thing.
Apple's a thing. Okay, so they have to protect an apple of Eden
Yeah, that's
because
a thing.
I guess like the first apple or something
I don't remember
from
why, but it's a thing.
it changes. It can change humans' free will or something if you have it. So the Templars want it because they're like, we don't want humans to have free will or something.
Was that Revelations?
Yeah.
Ugh. Stupid story in my opinion, but so that's how it starts off. Then the other guy, the present time one, is on death row, and they do the thing where they give him the like injection, but then he wakes up and he's in this like facility with like the Talia al Ghul chick, and she's like, hey, like you're gonna be part of this little like what's the thing called?
Guild?
No,
Animus.
the Animus, yeah, you're gonna be part of this thing. She tells them that they need to do that to find shit out from the past. Very like poorly said. You know what I mean? Like you're not like into it. Like it's just basically like Animus and this and that. And he's just like, huh? Like there's even a scene that it's actually the only funny scene about it. Like where a lot of them are kind of like talking to him. Like he's one of many in this like prison of like people that are doing the animus because they were all assassins.
Yeah, okay.
And like someone would come up and it's like you're helping them get the apple. You're a traitor or something like that. And he's like, what the fuck is everyone talking about? like it's like actually like, funny. He's just like, what the fuck are you? What do you mean? So they're all. So anyways, basically, I don't know if this is the story in the game, but the Templars are the ones doing the animus.
Yeah.
So that's the same thing. Okay. So basically, then it's literally just like you see scenes of him like in the. I don't know how the animus is in the game. Is it like he's chained up to something that can lift him around and
No, it's more Matrixy.
more Matrixy? Okay.
Yeah, he just like sits in a fucking bed.
Okay, so this animus is literally like he's doing the movements, but he's in
No, that's definitely
like
Yeah.
he's not he's living the memories, but so he's attached to this thing that like swings him around. So when he jumps, it picks him up,
That's
and
so
like
stupid.
yeah, so he's doing all this stuff. So and they're like watching, they can kind of see like oh yeah, and yeah, so it's literally a bunch of scenes of like you don't know what the fuck is going on, you don't care about any of these characters because all of a sudden it's just like you go in the animus and like all right, there's some Templars. Let's chase him on chariots and do some fucking moves, and you just see him doing it. And, like, some of the fight scenes look cool, but, like, great if I don't care about anything that's going on. So it's him and this, like, important chick assassin. Like, it's, like, the chick you wanted to bang assassin. They're, like, the good ones, and they're all, one of the memories is, like, they're going to be burned at the stake. And this is when I went to the bathroom, because I was just like, this is so fucking stupid.
So you missed that outcome, huh?
Well, no, I came back. They were still at the stake. It was like the guy reading them like, these are the assassins, and they're shitty, and all that stuff. So
He like says, now's the time to go piss.
yeah, so fucking like I was out there for a while too, and I came back in. I was like, they're still here. So it's
Feel like you missed
they're
it.
back to back, like chained on these like stakes that are like the Attack of the Clones, fucking Coliseum type.
I got you.
Okay.
So they're back to back, and then like they're basically gonna get killed. There's him and the girl back to back, and then there's a couple other assassins that are like clearly red shirts, and then they're starting to burn them, and they burn the red shirts. They get fucked. They're done. And like Fassbender's like trying to undo this whole thing, and he gets out. So he gets out, and then they just start like wrecking, fucking everybody, and they run. And that's probably the coolest scene of them running. Is all that. So they run, yada, yada, yada. He basically kind of gets, like, sniped, but he, like, jumps away when he gets sniped to, like, wait. Like, there's no way he survived that fall. I don't care how many hay bales are in the bottom of
That's
it.
their move.
That's the move, though.
Right, but he, like, jumps down and it's just, you see, like, an arrow, like, like snipe him. He's like, "Arr!" And then, like, keeps going down. And then that, like, I don't know why they don't just go to the memory that matters, but they just keep doing these things where it's like, he clearly must have died there. And that's kind of what brings him back out of the animus, but then they just keep going back.
In the game, they can't control it. They can't control which memory he's gonna. They can kind of like get the general area they want him to go, but he has to live through up until like the actual information that they're trying to get to.
Okay, so basically, in the past, there's just like one like douchey pope kind of guy who's like the bad guy, like I'm trying to get the apple. And he's got like the mountain as his like bodyguard, so he's like the bad guy or whatever. So every time they go back, it's kind of dealing with them. And then one of the times that they go back, there's a scene where he actually the Pope guy kind of got the apple from these other guys who like caved in. Like he's like, I'm gonna kill your family if you don't give me the apple. So they give him the apple, and then the assassins come in, they kill people. The mountain kills the girl in like a standoff. So like. Fassbender has, like, his blade up against the Pope, and he's like, "Arr!" And then the mountain has the chick, and then he just fucking gets her. And so she's dead. And then the mountain kicks Fassbender's ass, but then dead version of her somehow still, like, kind of like, yeah, here's a blade, or something like that. And then he kills the mountain. So that's that exciting scene.
So like dying version of her, or she's dead? And
Well, she gets like a fucking blade in her like artery like right here, right? And she's just there like with her eyes like this, and she's just laying there like bleeding out, just like this. And he gets his ass kicked, so he kind of falls down next to her, and we're just like, God, we're shitty assassins. And and then she like looks at him and just kind of like gives him like another blade and is just like get him. And she's like, oh, she's alive, I guess.
She probably slowed her heart rate down.
Whatever.
Bleed out slower.
Whatever, probably. But so then he kills the mountain. But then he gets.
I don't gotta be there to cut it.
Yeah. So then he gets the apple from that encounter, and then you see later, then he gets like he has to run away again and jump super far into like a hay bale. But he jumps so far this time that it breaks the animus. But like
What?
Because it's like
Because the machine can't reenact how far he did.
yeah, so he's up here, but he fell so far and fast that it like yanks it out of the thing.
That's like the achievement jump, from the game.
Yes.
Like when you find the one height that is so high.
Yeah. So it breaks it. Basically, well, these are like the only exciting parts. The whole thing is like fucking Talia al Ghul has this like weird like dad who's like a Templar as well, and this was like all. Yeah, but no, but he's Alfred from the new Batman vs Superman. That's her
Jeremy
dad.
Irons?
Yeah, and so he's all like they're trying to get the apple, and she's just like she's more in, you can tell she's like into Fassbender, so she's like kind of having doubts about like everything that they're doing, kind of. And he's just like, yeah, well, I've been trying to get this apple for so long, and it looks like you're actually making it happen. But like he would do things that were like unorthodox to her procedure. That she'd be like, you're not supposed to talk to him. Well, you're not getting results or something like that. Like, I forget what he did. Like, oh, his dad is one of the assassins that's like trapped there, but he's like old and fat, and so he like the Alfred takes him to his dad and is like, here's a blade, go kill him, kind of thing, because he's still pissed that he killed his mom. And then the dad pretty much didn't like answer that, like, hey, she did it herself, and it's for that. He was just kind of like, that's what we do. We're assassins. Like, kill me if you can. And he just like tells him to go fuck himself, and then walks away.
Exciting.
I don't know if I can take any more of this.
No. It's bad because like I was so not caring that like I really don't have the best memory to recap
I
it.
feel like you're doing a fine job. I just don't.
Yeah. Wrap it up.
Yeah. So well, so the story.
What was after the super jump? He broke it. Was that
He broke it.
The apps is it.
No, so they like kind of fixed it or something. But because they were doing this, so there's this oh, I almost dropped a bad one. There's this like gangly.
know how to do it. Edit that video.
There's this like gangly like assassin who keeps going like, "Hey, Fassbender, you don't let him. You're a traitor, you bitch." And like so, long story longer. Pretty much for some reason that kind of got to somehow Fassbender decides he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm an assassin.
I am assassin.
I'm a fucking yeah. This is our bloodline. I'm an." So then they just start fucking. Like, once they find out where the apple is because of that...
It actually happens in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then, if you like the game, it's probably fucking...
I didn't, though.
So basically, he gives the apple to Christopher Columbus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That happens.
Yeah.
That happens. Okay, so he gives it to Christopher... And so they're like, well, we know where it is. Let's go to his gravesite.
Hey!
So they... but then after that, then basically he's just like, I'm an assassin. Everyone else who's been, like, kind of featured in this film a little. You guys are set. Let's all break out. So they have this breakout scene where they're like kicking ass all of a sudden. I was like, just because it's in your bloodline, you just like, and you like live this guy's memories, you're a fucking assassin now. Whatever.
That's like the game.
That was the game.
Like the dude actually in real life becomes an assassin, kind of.
Well, in the
then
game,
fuck it, it's pretty
like
spot
the
on.
first like 16 years of his life, though, he's trained as an assassin. And he escapes from the farm. And he tries to live a normal life as a bartender. So he's only actually been out of the game for like 5 years when he's put in the Animus. And he gets the memories and he unlocks the skills via video game logic to be an even better
I think as a
assassin.
video game, kind of like, yeah, you can buy into it, but like a movie.
In a movie where there's a giant octopus arm and then you
Yeah.
live the memories of your ancestors, it's hard to
That's
believe.
ridiculous.
So then they decide like, well, good job. We're awesome Templars. We're gonna go get the gravesite and then have this big ceremony about like, yay, like Nobel Peace Prize. We got the apple. But so they go do that, and when they go do that, then that's when they all break out. And the dad gets killed or kills himself. I think he somehow
Or kills himself.
somehow someone tells Fassbender that like his mom actually like she kills herself there, like she's like for the Templars or something, and whatever, or for these whatever the fuck she did. And then so then they somehow they go from wherever the hell they are, and they're fucking in assassin gear. They're assassins at this like Notre Dame cathedral of where they're gonna have their Nobel Peace Prize. Here's the apple, right? And this is how anticlimactic this shit is.
Oh god.
Like literally, like this whole time, like, and the girl's kind of like, oh, I don't know, I kind of wanted to fuck Fassbender. So all of a sudden, this is seeming like not cool, and then he shows up and kind of sees her, like, and she could like call him out and stop him, or whatever. And I think they have words.
The deny thing.
Yeah, I think they have words or something where it's just like, I'm gonna fucking kill it, and she's just like, all right, kind of like lets him go, and so the Alfred Templar guy is kind of being like, oh, and here's the apple, and as he's kind of like doing that, like literally, like he just walks up in his assassin gear, kind of like does the pushing people thing where you walk through, and just is like up, he just sees him just like, slits his throat, the guy dies, then people are like, holy shit, and they try to go after him, but they're gone because they're assassins, they're all like ghosts in the wind. And then she like walks out and just kind of like looks up at the sky or something like that, and it goes like really, really far away, and it's like him and like the other two assassins from the thing just like standing on like a rooftop, and that's it.
What happened with the apple?
So
The apple just like I think
they got away with it.
No, they
it?
took the apple when they killed him.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but it's like literally like the climax of the movie was just walking up and just, and then they go like it was like, oh, we found the apple, we're gonna go get it. All of a sudden, they don't even show them like getting it. They're just like, we have it now, and then they kill him, and then they're on the rooftop, and then that's it. It's like literally you care about none of these characters.
It's not Uncharted. It's not like Christopher Columbus set traps with the apple. You're just like, well, take this to my grave.
I know, but like it's just like it's like you don't care about this movie at all, and then they just end it with like really just like, oh, okay, why did I watch this? You know what I mean? I don't know. It was like they had the apple for a split second, and it was just for like a tribute to the game. I feel like if you like the game, it sounds like it hits all the points. You see that eagle like so many fucking.
The problem is
it sounds like garbage.
The story, yeah, but the story, like I really enjoy the gameplay of the games, but the story in those games have always been trash.
But here's the thing,
and like way too convoluted, and trying to be
the
like
story.
fucking cool.
The story wasn't that cool, but they delivered it very like shitty, half-assed.
Were aliens involved at all?
Not that I know.
Was there aliens in the game?
Yeah, there's aliens in the game.
Remember that?
There's aliens in the
I
game.
remember that. I forget those games.
I don't remember.
That's.
But
I only played up until I think the last one I played was 3, where you're like Connor.
Yeah.
The like Indian dude.
But because of this movie, like when we saw the alien trailer, like the new Alien trailer, and it showed like Fassbender as like a dude, whatever.
Yeah.
And he like had this one scene where he's just kind of like looking, right? And I remember kind of being like, "That's right, I like Fassbender's a good actor." Like, why did I all of a sudden think this was like a shit movie and he's like a B-list? Like, you know what I mean?
It was
like,
that bad.
It was fucking bad. It was like, I mean, for me, I was just like, oh my god, I don't care. You don't like mindless action if you don't care about the characters.
Yeah.
So it's just like, cool, chariot scene, and like, and it was the too fast.
Yeah, stop.
It was the too fast camera kind of movement. You know what I mean? Because he's out doing these flips and he's like, like that shit that you can't see in Civil War. I mean, what? No, I love the camera in Civil War. I love everything in Civil War. And yeah, dude, that movie sucked. My review.
Well,
it sounded rough. I look forward to it. I look forward to the.
You will watch it though.
Oh yeah, I'm watching it. I mean, come on.
You okay over there, Rob?
I don't know.
I don't even know.
I thought I was gonna like save you guys from seeing it, but like I need you guys to see it.
I don't know. I think I've seen it now.
Yeah.
After that review, you broke.
I wish I hadn't seen it.
You broke down the whole movie.
No, literally, like I broke down the whole movie in probably like 10 minutes ish.
It's about 25.
It was about 45.
I've been watching the clock. Watching that clock.
It's been 20 minutes.
But whatever. Like literally, the movie is just action scenes. Hey, we have to get this apple. They get the apple. He dies. It's over. It's like there's nothing. There's no substance. And there's an eagle in every scene. Yeah. You follow it. Oh, and I saw it in 3D, which was ass. Here's the thing. I actually enjoyed it a lot more whenever I would do, because I always take them off a bit sometimes. Like, there could be a lot of it that I hate because I was in 3D. You know what I mean? Like,
you were just out immediately when you had to Now put on your shades.
Yeah, no, because when I was in it watching it, I'm like, this looks like a pop-up book. This looks stupid. And then I would like kind of do this during some action scenes and kind of be like, oh, that actually kind of looks cool. That's shot well. And I put this back on and be like, this is a stupid movie. So maybe that had a lot to do with
I
it.
don't think so.
It sounds stupid as fuck.
It was dumb. But I like Fassbender. I like Talia al Ghul, and the Alfred guy,
Jeremy Irons.
Jeremy Irons. Well, what's Talia al Ghul's name?
Talia al Ghul.
Okay, so
That's what we're rolling with, and that's what we're doing.
I'm sorry. I think you're a good actress, but
Well,
Well, we call Middle Hemsworth.
I know.
We need to find out if he's the older brother, if he's actually the youngest brother, if he might be the middle
Or if
brother.
he is a brother.
if he's even a brother,
He
you're
is
the
a
one that's
brother.
claiming he's a brother for like.
He is a
I
brother.
saw Hemsworth in his name.
He is a brother, I know that.
Well, that'll be something we'll have to confirm next podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well,
Well, we're gonna touch on.
We're going to talk about Blade Runner.
Yeah, Blade Runner. Leave Mickey alone.
I mean, we're already at.
I just like all of a sudden just pick it up.
21:49.
We're already at an hour. Do you want to spend more time on those, or you just want to rush through them?
Rob want to talk about this. I feel like
It's
Rob.
just a trailer.
I'm giving
Rob
I'm giving this thing only 8 more minutes.
All right, fine.
That's good.
I don't know.
Can you handle in 8 minutes, Rob?
know.
He tried to cut us off on Westworld. He ain't cutting us off on this.
So here's what I have to say about Blade Runner.
So we're talking about the Blade Runner trailer. There
Yeah.
was a new Blade Runner trailer that came out.
Yeah.
And we've all seen it, right?
Yes.
Have you seen Blade Runner?
No.
God damn, really?
I mean, isn't that surprising?
What do you guys think
It's
about
starting
Blade
to not. It's starting to not be surprising, but it still hurts.
It
I
hurts.
need to see
it hurts.
As far as what I think of Blade Runner, I enjoyed it a lot. I did not like after I watched it, because I had successfully avoided a lot of articles because I watched it later in life.
Yeah.
I think like 2 years ago,
Yeah, it's not the same for me actually.
and I hadn't read too much on it, luckily. And then so when I seen the theories and stuff, and I was like, I didn't get that from the story, but I'll leave it to other people's theories. You know, I left it as dude went off to live with robot lady.
Well, it depends on which version.
I didn't think he was a robot. Dude.
Depends on which version you want. Did you watch the?
He wasn't.
Did you watch the? If you watch the theatrical version, he doesn't seem like it at all. But if you watch the final cut or whatever, the Ridley Scott director's cut,
I hate that.
they basically almost confirm that he's a robot at the end.
Yeah, they just
Oh,
they
really?
basically spell it out for
Yeah,
you.
it basically there's words. He looks at it, it's like robot.
It's not that.
No, it's not
They
like that.
basically do
The
that.
origami thing or whatever.
I'll have to watch it. I mean,
But I think the trailer clearly confirms that he's not, which is nice.
I don't know about that.
You don't know.
Is it a remake or is it a
He's-
continuation?
because he's older?
Yeah, he's older. That's the whole thing. Is the robots have
No time.
they have no time. So if he,
But
Yeah,
he could
that was
be-
the whole point
He
of the
could be a
movie.
host that doesn't know he's a host.
let's not get hosty.
Just look at Terminator. Flesh gets older.
Yeah, but that.
Or he could have figured out.
I mean,
a way
obviously
to-
things can change, right? That's the idea of what you're saying. But in the context of what those movies were, that movie
the
was
rules
even,
that were written in the original.
in that movie, what that movie's even about is they have those robots have a very limited amount of time.
Yeah.
So if he was if he was one, he would have already been dead. Right? Fuck me? Fuck me? I mean, I guess fuck me, I guess.
The big question I have is now: is Teddy been a host the whole? No. So basically, the trailer. A lot of people were getting really hyped about
You're
it.
slooping in it.
I was just thinking that. I'm slooping. I was thinking. I was like, have I been slooping this whole time?
You've been slooping.
You've been slooping.
It's been a whole thing.
Get your arms in here.
It's very little from the trailer. You get very brief, very brief Harrison Ford cameo, and he just comes out like, "I used to be a Blade Runner like you, and I was good at it," and that's all you get.
What does Blade Runner mean?
Blade Runner is a guy. So, in the Blade Runner world, as best as I can remember, because it's been quite a few years since I saw Blade Runner, but they're hired. They have basically hosts, right? It's basically hosts, and they go and do things like mining and stuff like that. I forget exactly
Yeah,
what they
that's
do.
it exactly.
Yeah, and
I think Daryl Hannah's a whore, but yeah.
They do other things.
A different kind of mind.
But they basically start to kind of go.
Okay.
They have like a limited, like they only have like what? I want to even say it was as low as like 4 years.
It was short. It was
It's
something
like really
that.
short, and they start to kind of get like uppity because they're gonna die, and they know they're gonna die. So a Blade Runner basically has to kill them, which is kind of when you say it's kind of weird because they're gonna die anyway, but he has to kill them.
They take Rumspringa to like the 100th level. They're doing drugs.
Right.
They're doing a lot of bad things because they have such a short amount of life left to live.
Right.
They want to live life to the fullest.
Right. So it's basically like Harrison Ford plays Rick Deckard, who's a Blade Runner, and his job is to retire this group of. He has like I think it's like what 4 or 5.
It's 4.
4. 4 replicants are they called?
Yeah, replicants.
Yeah, and he has to kill them, and it's a whole. He's like tracking them down the whole movie and stuff like that. He gets his ass kicked by the one, and the one just like lets him. Like the one just dies of natural causes.
Go ahead and spoil the movie for Tom.
What's the point?
It's already.
And fuck Tom. He ain't gonna watch.
He's not gonna
He ain't
watch
watch
it.
Stranger Things.
I'm watching it right now. This is all I'm gonna need.
Okay, well, so basically, so just spoilers for anyone who hasn't seen Blade Runner, including Tom.
I say because the main one, like, he just runs out of time.
So there's a woman who's a replicant who Harrison Ford falls in love with, right? It's that standard thing, and he's with like an assistant who's barely in the movie. He's Edward James Olmos, right? His name's Gav, and he's like traveling. He's like I think they call him like a handler or something. Like he's a handler for the replicants. I can't remember. But it's implied in the new cut that Harrison Ford's a replicant. Because, like, yeah.
So he falls in love with one of the hosts. One of them kicks his ass, and in this trailer he says he was a good Blade Runner.
Yeah, he doesn't...
Seems like he's a pretty shitty.
This host isn't one of the 4 crazy hosts.
Right.
She's an assistant to somebody else.
Yes. Assistant to like the creator.
And and she's introduced to Harrison Ford as a different. She's like not aware she's a host, right? Or is she aware, but like can make her own decisions? She's different somehow from the short life term.
You're right. They don't know.
He might be different than a short life term one too. If he's a robot.
I mean, they don't know how long she has really.
Yeah.
Like the other ones, you kind of knew. Like, oh, he's got like, he's got a year left at most, or I forget the specifics. But in the original movie, I guess, and Harrison Ford even in interviews says he played the character as a human because he was told he was a human. But then Ridley Scott later in the director's cut decided I want him to be a replicant. So they did this really half-assed, shitty thing where the Edward James Olmos' character like makes origami animals, and they just show like a scene where Harrison Ford like has like a dream of like a unicorn for like 2 seconds, and then at the end of the movie, in the director's cut, Edward James Olmos puts like a unicorn origami. Saying like, hey, I know you dream of the unicorns. You're a replicant. Wink, wink. So it's like really like it was really kind of stupidly thrown in there for out of nowhere. So hopefully it looks like they're kind of going in not that direction. But then I've read, it could be, maybe they figured out the Terminator thing, Genesis thing, where he can age with the replicants. Maybe he had longer than he thought.
Yeah, if you have a longer time thing.
Maybe he's a replicant of the replicants.
Did he have this unicorn dream in the non-director's cut?
I don't think he did.
No.
It was a very
I don't remember that.
Like it looks shitty.
So like a voiceover on it.
There used to be like a monologue. Harrison Ford used to give monologues, like kind of describing. I guess people didn't like them. I thought they were okay. I mean,
Wait, what?
I thought he narrates like in the beginning.
he
I remember
narrates
that.
in the director's cut. They took it out.
Oh really?
Yeah, it's like he used to narrate like this guy's name's Gaff and he's
Yeah.
he's a Blade. runner handler or something like that. I forget exactly.
No, I remember that.
When they first go to the market, he explains what's going on at the market. Yeah.
Which I thought was kind of nice to kind of add to that. Otherwise, it's just them like sitting in silence.
It's like one of those things where I didn't have to naps cut the market and like why he's like
Exactly.
okay with things or fake IDs and stuff like that. I remember. Yeah.
But a lot of people don't like it. They're like, wow, they're horribly written. And Harrison Ford, you can tell, is like kind of just phoning them in anyway. He's just like. I mean,
I never usually look that far into like movies when that happens. Where it's like, oh, he's phoning them in. So I'm just like, eh.
So a lot of people, they basically are excited because the thing with Blade Runner, it's basically like one of the most like universally praised cult classic movies. Like when it came out, like nobody liked it really, and then once people saw it later, they're like, wow, this is like a masterpiece. And so, like, I personally don't really feel that it's that great when I watched it. It's beautiful. It's beautifully shot. Like, the cinematography is, like, really good. And the world they depict is really interesting. A lot of the replicants and the story that kind of plays out, I thought was, I'm like, yeah. But
I thought it was fine.
it's fine, yeah. But it's not like...
It's got a very good sci-fi vibe, too.
Yeah, you go in expecting, like, oh, my God, this is, like... You know, the way people like
the future, yeah, like you said, the future looks really cool. The shots are cool. Like the vehicles they have are cool.
Mm-hmm.
It's very. The universe is very beautiful.
But I don't remember having a problem with the movie. Really,
I don't have a problem with it.
I guess I didn't come out like wow.
Yeah, I guess that's just the thing because people are getting like so hyped. Like they get so hyped about it. And I'm just kind of like, I mean, first of all, you didn't really get much from the trailer. And second of all, it's like...
I'm pretty excited, though, still for just
I'm excited.
The idea that they're doing.
I admit I'm excited because I kind of do want more of that.
I think Gosling, that's kind of cool. Like, Gosling seems like a good casting.
So
Ryan
Gosling's like the new like Blade Runner.
I think you said you watched the trailer.
Oh. Yeah.
He also knew we were doing a podcast today.
About that.
The old fried right.
I'll be honest.
Dune C.
From the story that you guys told me, that just seems like such a stupid premise.
Not great.
We'll have to do...
I actually have it on the DVR. We'll watch it tonight. We'll watch it after
Watch
this.
it tonight.
Watch it, yeah.
No, but like legitimately though, it's like, okay, so they create robots, and then they're gonna die, so they have a guy go kill them.
You can watch it.
They're like gone rogue.
Because they've gone crazy.
They go rogue.
They're doing bad.
They go rogue, then
And it's not like they walked off the mine and they're no longer mining. They're like
if you know they're gonna
robbing
go crazy.
cafes and snap. No, they don't all do that.
Oh, they don't all do that?
They don't all go like, oh man, I'm almost out of time. I need to go like rob a bank and fuck
It's
shit.
not. It's not like a good future. It's not like a.
It's not a good future.
It's not like a very good future.
It's not the one you want to live.
Oh, okay. Well,
Well,
I'm sure.
I guess
Or at least maybe the part of town there is not good. Maybe.
We'll leave it at that.
Like we're not.
Leave it at that.
I mean, if we're gonna watch it, I don't want to get too much more into it.
Well, watching it.
I have no idea what our jobs are in that future.
Blade Runners.
Well, is that it? Anybody got anything
You
else?
said Alien. You want to talk
With
about
the Alien trailer.
Okay.
I mean, my short thing on it.
What's the
I'm
point of
excited
having a
about.
time limit on this thing?
Well, we can cut it.
Well,
We'll cut it short.
We can cut
Cut
it.
We'll
what?
cut some of this.
Ain't no cutting going on.
Just cut the Assassin's
We'll
Creed
cut most
movie.
of what you said.
We can cut the Assassin's
We just
Creed.
Photoshop
We get rid of a lot of Assassin's Creed. Oh, well, that's... We're out of video!
Whoa!
We are out of
You guys
space.
would have been so dicky.
We could have just ended
I could have ended it the way it should have been fucking ended.
So what is this?
That, I mean, the podcast's over. It's out
That's
of
fucking
space.
it.
Yeah. Well,
Does it have to be like, oh, the audio's still there. Yeah, we'll just add the audio at the end with a picture of us like this.
Well, video got cut off, and I think that should leave. Why don't we just do the trailer, and we'll do Alien next time.
we doing do Alien
We
next
can
time?
break it down more.
Okay.
We won't have anything to talk about. We might as well.
Yeah. So,
I think it looks scary. I want to say that.
till next time. See you in
Go
a,
watch the trailer.
yeah, incoherent thoughts. See you in a fortnight.
Oh, yeah, dude, my Assassin's Creed movie.
It was incoherent.